off this thing. Okay, so we're recording.
All right, sure.
First one is, what is your name?
My name is...
What is... Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
You go ahead. What is it?
Sure. My full name is Iniciato Evangelista, but my nickname is Cito.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your first language and what country did you come from?
Well, my first language, well, I'm originally from the Philippines, but we have our national language is Tagalog, but in my own province, we also speak Visayan, because we live in Central Visaya.
Okay.
So we have our own dialect, which is Visayan, but we also have to learn Tagalog because that's our national language in the Philippines.
That's really cool.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Most people up there speak at least 2 dialects.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And how long have you been in the United States?
I arrived here in October of 91.
91.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what was your purpose? Why'd you leave home and come here?
The purpose, well, I met my wife in the Philippines. Her dad used to work for National Semiconductor.
Didn't she go to college here?
Yes.
Am I mistaken? Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I met my wife up there because she went with her dad for a vacation in the Philippines, and we got married up there. And
Okay.
she won't leave me up there, so I have to go with her. So.
Hey, what about Maine? Was she from Maine, or was there any reason why you came here to Maine, or it just happened to work out that way?
It just work out that way because her dad was transferred here in Portland, National Semiconductor, South Portland. So, well, we don't have money, so we have to go with him.
Okay.
And we kind of like Maine, so we got stuck here.
Maine's a great place to get stuck.
Yes, yes.
Speaking like the seasons, that's the tough part.
Oh yeah.
Getting used to the cold.
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
Okay, and you plan on staying here for the rest of your life? Is this home now?
Pretty much. Yeah. Well, it might change someday when the kids are out of home, but for now we really love the school system.
Okay.
So we tried very hard to stay in Maine, especially Old Cert.
Okay. Did you attend? You I know this answer, but I'm gonna just ask you. So I know you attended USM.
Yes.
And so for how long? How many years? And when did you graduate?
Oh well, I work full time, so I had I started as a part time, 2 classes per semester, and then I started actually taking classes in '94, and then 1 or 2 classes, and then I didn't take too many classes till about '97, so I started taking more classes in '97, and I graduated in 2002.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking to make sure. Yeah, we're still good. 2002. Good. So you kind of pieced it together and just worked as you could.
Yes.
Good way to do it.
Took longer than what I hoped for, but
you got it done. That's the point.
Yes.
When did you begin to learn English?
I actually started to learn English in 1st grade in the Philippines.
1st grade.
Yes.
Okay. Did you learn just in school, or did you learn a little bit at home too?
Just pretty much in school.
In school.
Yeah. When you live in a country that does not speak English, pretty much what you learn is from school, and you really don't speak about it. Speak English outside of school. Really. Even sometimes in school, it's kind of awkward.
Okay.
People will laugh at you when you speak English, and people, what are you? Are you white or something?
True. Okay. So, well, what I know you're not working right now, but what did you do for work? And how did higher English proficiency, like becoming proficient in English, did that affect your work? How did it? Was there anything? Did you have any setbacks from your proficiency, or you seem to speak really good English, so you've been doing it for a while, or did it help you with your job, or did you have any times when you weren't as proficient or didn't feel as proficient in English, or?
Well, my very first job when I got here, I struggled with the instructions.
Okay.
But after 10-15 years of working, it's almost like not a big issue. But sometimes I still stumble a little bit. Especially the procedures, reading it. I find myself rereading it several times, and sometimes I still have to ask my supervisor if I really understand it properly.
Okay, gotcha.
But my very last job was with Philips Healthcare in Andover, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Yeah.
In what are some other interests of yours or hobbies outside of work? Or even outside of work or just outside of work?
Yeah, well, I love fishing for recreation, but I also love to tinker small engine. In fact, I'm planning to take automotive technology at SMCC
Cool.
just to learn how to fix cars, like mostly for personal.
Hey, maybe it'll lead to another
Yes,
career, right?
Yes, I'm hoping. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And when's the last time you went home? And do you miss home, or do you look forward to returning when you go?
I actually went home in 2009, and yes, I try to go home at least once every 2 years.
Okay.
Because it's expensive, but yeah, I kind of missed it. I kind of missed it. Most of pretty much everybody except my wife and kids are still in the Philippines. My
Okay.
parents, brothers and
So
sisters.
you still have everybody, all your family,
Yes.
you're still there.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
it's too close to that, he didn't move down.
What do you look forward to when you go home? Like, what are some of the things you miss about being there? And,
It's mostly food and
yeah, the food's great.
Yeah, and just Philippines is a lot like Hawaii, so it's like the warm weather, just it's
Beautiful.
like summer in Maine, yeah, all the time. So obviously family too. So I mostly just hang out with my family and have few drinks,
Right.
and
enjoy yourself.
native foods. Yeah, I kind of miss the food. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's nothing beats home. No
Yes.
matter what, you can
Yes.
find another place you love. And,
Yes.
But it's always home. Will always have that
Yes.
special place in your heart, right?
Yeah.
That's for sure. When you first got here, to Maine, what did you find most difficult to adjust to living?
It's mostly two things. Mostly to adjust with the cold weather, and also adjusting with the language, of course.
Of course.
The
Yeah.
language, it's almost like
Was there anything in particular about the language? Like anything you really struggled with? Any piece of it, like whether it be speaking or interpreting or
mostly to response.
to respond?
I think I understand when somebody asks me a question or speaking to me, but I have hard time responding. That's why most of us second language English as a second language speaker, we kind of like pause a lot. I don't know if you notice that. We pause because we try to use the right word, because English is pretty hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can use the same word and it could mean different thing.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
yes.
that's one of the things we talk
Yeah.
about in class.
Yeah.
Is processing in your mind, and what you
Yes.
think you're saying is correct, but
Yes.
it's just the tenses.
Yes.
There's so many different.
Yes.
the
It's-
tense, past tense, present
Yes.
tense.
Yes, it's the flow. I mean, I still find myself that I have to stop in the middle of my sentence and try to find the right word. Even right now, I still.
And you've been here for 20
Yeah,
years.
20 years, and
So it's still.
I can just imagine what other people.
And that's not uncommon. That's
Yes.
the way.
Yes.
That's the way it is. So that's
Yes.
what we're trying to connect to is
Yes.
the environment you learn English in is we're trying to connect like if she were to start when she was in kindergarten,
Yes.
learning say she was from somewhere else, but if she was learning both and the type of environment you're in,
Yes.
which country you're in, how
Yes.
much you're subjected to it, so that all makes a.
Yes.
Even though you started when you were in first grade,
Yeah.
you weren't really submerged completely
No,
until you
not
came
really.
here,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Because learning it really is you think you know it until you communicate.
Yeah.
It's
Yes,
like
I hear you.
yeah. I said I mean most of us, especially from the Philippine people, it's like we think we know English, but not really until you start talking back and forth with an English-speaking person.
Right.
So
Cool. Well, that's good. Actually, we could just wrap it up. I need about 10 minutes, and that.
Sure,
just
sure.
looking at the time, that worked.
okay,
That's all I need.
problem. Okay.
It's great.
I hope that helps.
No.